Hey Bootleg, how you doing? Yeah, I'm pretty good. And how are you? Figure I better get some practice in for what I believe to be the first ever slingshot tournament in Canada. I can't show myself up. Like, I've been training a few people there, showing them how to shoot, and because it's the place where I go axe throwing. So because I haven't shot myself in such a long time, it's like, okay, I'd better like get some warm-up shots in, because yeah. I need a... What do I have? Right, I'm just going to pin up a proper target, because like, I think I'm... Right, I'll tell you what, let's choose a frame. Choose a frame, because like, I want to change this. Oh, should we do knobby? I haven't shot knobby. Like, these bands look really short. I think we go with Eddie. I think Eddie's got some good bands on it. Yeah. Right, I'm going to put up a proper paper target. There's a tongue twister, eh? A proper paper target. Yeah, so I've been training people up, so I can't really like go to this tournament, and it's not going to be like official tournament like WSA rules and that. We're trying to do as best we can with what we can legally within Calgary. As I said like before, we can't shoot outside, so we're limited in quite a few ways, so we're trying to do the best we can, but the key thing is to introduce people to slingshots. And there are a few people, I think there's probably going to be about 8, maybe 10 of us. So we're hoping this sort of just starts the ball rolling. So it's a little place called Live Edge. Well, little, like it's fairly big-ish, but it's an axe and knife throwing place. So the story behind it was a year ago, just under a year ago, I had people from work, like they were coming up from Houston and was looking for something to do, and the people at work knew that I loved slingshots. So like, oh, could you like teach us? And I started looking. I was emailing companies, like all these archery places, everywhere I could think of, to see if anyone would host it. None of them. No company in Calgary apart from Live Edge, like the guy Nick that runs it. He was the only one who he responded and said, I don't know about slingshots, but bring it in, like show me what you've got and we can sort of, like see if we can accommodate that. And he did. And now a year on he's built some like target things. So where he's got like the wood for the like axe throwing, he's got these big doors to the side and you close them up, and it's got like a slingshot, just like a couple of inch deep sort of box with cloth on the back, and like we can hang up targets. But he is trying to do it as a proper tournament. We're just trying to get people actually interested in it. Hey Mudbug, how's your Sunday going? So yeah, so it's 10 o'clock for me. It's happening at 5 o'clock. So I don't know if like I'll go live or anything from there, or I might just do a video, because of course there's going to be people there. Don't want to do the whole, oh, do you mind being videoed, blah blah blah. So I'll get some pictures at least of people, but I think we're up to like, let's say probably about 7 people. But once word starts spreading, just got up. Well, what time is it where you are? Because I'm mountain time. I do feel tired. Last night I couldn't say it was 33 degrees here in Calgary, like just too fucking hot, way too fucking hot. But it's cooled down. This is like how weird it is. So yesterday it was 33, today it's 21. And the thing with Calgary, like even at night the temperature drops. You don't get those nights where it's like still hot, like 20 odd degrees through the night. Calgary still gets cold. 11? Oh, so you're central then. Was it a late night for you then? Or just a lazy morning? I'm actually doing really good on this. The reason I wanted to practice as well, because it's indoors, so we're only shooting clay indoors. Just because, like I say, we don't have the perfect setup for like. So 6 PM. So. Oh, and there's nothing wrong with a lazy morning. Like, I've had it for a few days because I had Friday off, and then tomorrow is stat holiday in Canada. Germany, yeah. So I was doing the math because I was thinking England is 7 hours. So I was trying to think, okay, what's the next time zone along? So what's it like shooting in Germany? Like, do they have restrictions there? Because like here in Canada, so I'm in Alberta, so over on the nearly on the west coast of Canada, and I can't speak for the whole of the country, but for Alberta, I'm not allowed to shoot this outside in public. So I can go in my backyard and shoot, but I can't, like, I can't go to a park or like, unless I go way outside of like the city limits. where they call it Crown land, so like it's public land but not within city limits. So yeah, there's a few restrictions here. So what's it like in Germany? Don't know where that one went. See, funnily enough, this target I've just hung up, this is similar to what we're going to be shooting this afternoon. It's going to be like 5 targets, so you do like each one. It's kind of based in what we're doing, if you've ever done knife throwing or axe throwing, similar kind of scoring system. Because yeah, while we figure out how this is all going to work, and even if people are interested, like he's a business, he doesn't want to invest time and money into things and then just no one wants to do it, but we're pushing it, not pushing it on, but like letting all the axe throwers and knife throwers, because it's all very similar. Everyone in slings, they've got kind of that overlap, like there's a little bit of archery or shooting guns, or there's a little bit of a similarity in those hobbies. Oh, so it's the same there. Yeah, I'm so like envious of like people in the US. Like Zach, whenever I see it, he hasn't shot in ages, but like when Zach, you see him and he's in a fucking park, or like even Smo, like that bit where he shoots, it looks like sort of like a picnic kind of area thing. And it's like, there is no way you could do that here. Yeah, just don't, the Americans just don't realise how free they are. Hey, Sling Addiction, how you doing? So it's tea time for you, if I've got my math head on correctly. It's 10, so yeah, 5 o'clock-ish. So yeah, I wanted to practice because, of course, I don't shoot clay ever. Like, I paid him for them, but Leon got me these when I went to ECST last year because I said, "Oh, I really want like those Walmart clay to see how they are." And then, of course, I never shoot them, so this gives me that chance. Cause, of course, like where I'm going to do this little tournament thing. Like there's people saying, "Oh, but like you've been doing it, like we've got no chance." And I said, "Well, actually, I don't shoot clay, so you have every chance of beating me because clay shoots way different than steel." Yeah, I'm all good, thanks. Yeah, I had a little. I know I've had a couple of little hiatuses from slings, but I've been shooting, just not really going live. And then I jumped onto the whole remote control car thing. Because hey Weston, how's your Sunday? Yeah, I jumped onto the RC thing because, and I know I said this a few times, so I'll speed through the story, I can elaborate more. But there's the whole tried to go dating months and months ago, said what, like one of my icebreakers was, what toy did you not get as a kid that you buy for yourself? And one of the women said to me, "Well, what's yours?" By the way, none of the women could answer that. But the one that said it back to me, like, what would be yours? And it was like RC car. I always wanted, like, my friends had them. They had, I don't know, like, I'm just getting used to the lingo, but they had like the nitro ones. You get like the pink liquid fuel. Like, all my friends had like all these really nice RC cars, and I never had one. So when she said that, it clicked and it's like, I'm going to get one. And then I found this YouTube channel where this guy runs a challenge every year. He announces on June the 1st, he announces a chassis. So you have a month to get it and build it. Then as of July the 1st, you record your speed runs, and like your little. I just got like one of those little bike computers, so put that on, and so I had no chance of winning it, just because like most people in it, they've been into RC cars for years. Like they've got spare parts, they've got all different gears and motors and ESC, like all the different stuff, so they can play around. I am very limited, so I was like, I'm going to do it for the fun of it, just like to learn how to put a car together, and totally loved it. If you to go back on my channel to sometime in June, I actually done like about 2 or 3 days of me just building this car. But yes, I've been in, but that's all over now. That challenge ended. That challenge ended at midnight, July 31st. It's definitely not legal, but better to ask for forgiveness than permission. That's totally true. Was that from Emo Phillips? Yeah, I know, like, I'm sure like that's been said many times. Emo Phillips does the whole joke about, I'm going to ruin it because it's been so many years since I heard it, but it's something like he wanted a bike, and so, what was it, like, and he was praying to get a bike, and then in the end he steals one. Yeah, I'm going to absolutely kill the joke. I'll have to look it up at some point. For the next live, I'll look it up. But it's really funny. He talks about like a similar concept what you just said, Western. Cool. Straight through the middle. I think I'm definitely taking this one. I don't even know what bands these are. So for the usual question, what am I shooting? It's my Down Under cat is Eddie. Bands, I'm not sure. The pouch is one of Leon's kangaroo leather. So how's your latex selling, Western? I still got a roll of it. See, still got a roll. Most of them, as you can see, a lot of my frames in the background, they all have it on there because I went through a process of like changing them all. But I've still got one roll of it. Because in the end I stopped doing it just because I wasn't shooting. So I'm replacing the bands on these frames that I'm not shooting. So I just started putting them on the ones that I actually shoot. Yeah, so in Alberta there's only me and what's his name, the Pulse guy. Like there's only us two that really shoot that we know of, so they are all going to be brand new. So some of them have never shot a slingshot. And a couple of them I went into the axe frame place and I've taught them how to shoot, aim, like all the basics, and then so like once you get that, it's similar to anything, similar to like axe throwing and knife throwing. Like once you know the basics, you figure out your own technique yourself. So it should be fun. So there's only going to be 7 or 8 people, but if those 7 or 8 people go out there and just even tell one person, oh, slingshots are a lot of fun. And what I'm hoping to do is, when there's a lot of people in there, like just like a fun evening, people are going in there as a teams and things and just throwing axes or knives. I've said, look, call me, I'll come over there and I'll start doing slingshots in the corner and like get people to go, whoa, blimey, like didn't know we could do that here. It's just like getting the word out. But yeah, the last time I'd done a training thing was 10 days ago-ish. And there was only 2 women that turned up for it, because like Nick, the guy that runs Live Edge, he did blast out a message saying if anyone wants to learn slingshots, needs a refresher, blah, like Paul's going to do like an hour or two here. But like, they got really good. Like, after I got them the basics, within probably 20 minutes, they were like consistently like getting really good groupings and consistently hitting the target. So he gets the can. So actually, yeah. Oh, and so he's doing what it is. It's a $20 entry to the tournament for slingshots, but it's going to be a 50-50, and then there's money going to cancer research. So it is a charity thing. And what I'm going to do is just say, look, if I win, the money is just going to go to the charity. I don't need the cash thing. Like, it can just go straight back into the charity. So what are you up to, Weston? Are you going to be doing any more tournaments this year? Because what's the next one? Must be Hocking Hills, I'm guessing. But yeah, that'd be an interesting thing, like just to see how it goes, because it might be a thing like other people, like if it works here, because I know there's a lot of people in the US into it, but like just doing like little local tournaments. I know Coin has said like there's an axe throwing place like just down the road from him. Like if we get places like that to just do, oh, could you do like a slingshot hour or so, like get loads more people. I think it's has anyone ever taken a hiatus? Because I seem to be zeroed in like really well. I could probably hit a 40 mil consistently. I wouldn't go down to 25. I'm not that zeroed in yet. But what is that on my cheek? Why is my cheek all red? It looks like someone punched me in the face. Oh, it's the my little butterfly kisses. WCST. See, I'm because WCST is just, I think it's California, isn't it? So that wouldn't be bad for me to get to. But when I've watched videos on it, it looks like there's only like 10 people there. Which isn't bad, but it's like, if it's going to cost me thousands of dollars to get there, I'd probably want like more like an ECST where there's loads of people. But yeah, I don't know what I'll do this year, if I'll go to another one. Well, I haven't been to one this year. Or whether to just save the money, see if prices and things come down, and then just go for ECST next year. Has there been any more news about that? The Midwest? Like, is the Midwest thing? Is that going to be a thing like next year? Should be 2030. Oh, that's actually not too bad. I'll have a look. Maybe at some point I'll have a look to see how much it would cost me to get down to California. Because I mean, that's the other downside about going to West Coast Slingshot Tournament, is you have to go to California. As far as I'm aware, that's full of Californians. I might have to take some of this clay with me. See, I did go, like, because they are doing where I'm going, they are doing a tournament this weekend of all knives and axes. I think it's actually going on right now. Like, they're streaming live from there. I think it's Big Axes today or something. Or, I know there's knife duels, and that's due to end, I'm guessing, around 4 o'clock-ish. Because I'm going to head there for 4 o'clock. And I've donated four frames. It's ones that I weren't using or like haven't touched in years, so it's like someone else may as well take these and use them. So I'm gonna have to probably make up a few band sets before I head out that way. So is there any news on like why there's 20 to 30 people? Like, that's a lot. And like, I've only seen WCSE in videos, of course, but it always looks like there's just like 10 people there. So it's like 2 to 3 times the amount. I wonder what caused it to explode. But yeah, that Midwest, because like after that happened, I've not heard a thing. Like, if is that going to be a thing now? Like, is Midwest Slingshot Tournament, like, is it, because it was in February? I want to say February. And hopefully you can hear, like, I've got the fan on here, of course, because I cook, but I've also got my rock tumbler going. So hopefully if you hear weird crackling or squeaks, it's the rock tumbler. I can unplug it for a while if it is coming through on the mic, but yeah, and I didn't see where I came on the RC car thing. I think I was 4th from last for the brushed motors section, which there was like 30 people. So like, I didn't expect to win. I just like, it was frustrated the fuck out of me Friday. I still don't know how it happened, but like the drive shaft. So when I got home, I put the battery, turned it upside down, put the drive shaft back in, and I was moving it and like trying to pull it out, and you can't. So I pulled it full throttle, then hit the brake, and it just jumped out. It's like, this is physically impossible. I cannot pull this thing out manually. How does that? So yeah, I was frustrated as fuck on Friday, but now I've calmed down, and I put it like in one of the RC car groups, and they said, get some like rubber grommet things, O-rings, that's the word I'm looking for, and put a couple either side in the, I don't even know what you call it, like the cup to where the ball joint goes into. You've got like the cup section, so put a couple in there so that it doesn't have a chance to move back and forth. So I ordered some of those. Because as I figured, I may as well keep learning this stuff. And I've got my personal goal, because I got 21.4 miles an hour. There's just this bit in me that's like, I want to get to 30. I'd be happy if I can hit 30 miles an hour. Tell you what, let's do some steel. So we can cut a can. So I have to try and come up with things like that, like cutting the can, like that is fun. Even a couple of years down the line, I'm still like, yep, I just want to cut a can. That's like my little stress relief. I think maybe I should do like, what was that rapper who used to have like the band-aid on his cheek? I feel like I want to do that, but then it might throw off the actual release. So what's good also, I've got to have a shave now, like trying to keep the beard off. But that was a pain as well when I used to go to archery and I had a long beard. And I'd sort of draw back, and yeah, that release, oh, it ripped hairs out all the time. Grab a few more. Move that paper out of the way. Hey Joe, how's your Sunday going? Hope I don't use up all my mojo. So what's great about your day? Let's even get the bell up in the top left. Oh, he shoots, he scores. Or he shoots, he dings. Are you up to anything exciting? I just figure I need a bit of practice, because I can't be training all these people in slingshots and then go there and then suck in the tournament. But like, I mean, when I was teaching these two women like a couple of weeks ago, they got really, really good by the end. So you never know, I may lose. Uh-oh, starting to miss the mojo. Sunny, not too hot, and nothing to do. Look, sometimes that's a great thing. Because like here it's been 33 degrees, so like yesterday for America, like 100 and about 101 Fahrenheit. Oh, it was too much. Especially because I drive a black car, so even when you go out, it's like burns your hands to touch it. Yeah, on the I've got too much to do. Well, not too much, but so obviously having a little practice shoot now. Then I'll call my sister in the UK, like, because once a month we have just a good old chin wag. Then what? Oh, then I've got to take the bottles, like all the recycling bottles in to get my money back. Then it's the giving people a little refresher and then do the slingshot tournament thing. And then I tell you what, so I had a bug to watch James Bond. So that I got GoldenEye out. I think like the whole Nintendo thing. So it just made me think, oh, I've got to watch GoldenEye. It didn't age that well. Like, I remember GoldenEye being really good. And I watched it this morning, well, most of it last night, the rest of it this morning, and it was like, it wasn't as good as I remember. So I'm going to have to go back to, and if my memory serves me right, Dr. No was the first movie. So I'm going to have to go back to that to see, okay, did they always suck? Now, like, see, there's Daniel Craig. Although, like, he's no longer Bond, I know, and they're like trying to find another one. I wasn't that keen on him. I don't know if that's a controversial thing, but I just never saw him as Bond. There was just something he didn't have. Like Roger Moore and Sean Connery, there was something in how they carried themselves as Bond that I don't know what it is. There was just something missing. Now Pierce Brosnan, I think he took a movie to warm into it, because I think his first one was GoldenEye. Maybe that's why that one sucked a bit, because he was kind of trying to find his feet. But by the time he finished his little stint as Bond, I think he was good. But Daniel Craig, I don't see it. Even now, looking back, and especially because that last movie, that was terrible. That was absolute steaming pile of shit. So I'm hoping that they improve on that. But I believe, like, I think I heard it was like in April they started casting, or like trying to find who's going to be the next Bond, and I think they've got a few people that are rumoured. But to be honest, like, I was always disappointed that they never got Idris Elba to do it. Because he was suave. That's it. It's that Sean Connery and the Roger Moore, they had that suaveness about them. Hey, Hoggy! I still haven't fixed the whole pigeons thing, so I'll just do a pigeon for you. There you go, Hoggy. How many channels do you go on and they do a little pigeon impression? I will get that fixed, the whole pigeons flying thing. I'm just, you know me, I'm just emptying my brain, and at the moment I'm on Bond. Because I watched GoldenEye yesterday. GoldenEye. What was it? Who was that? I was going to say Whitney Houston, but it wasn't her. It was who's the woman who had the wig? She was Buddhist. Tina Turner. That's it. Yes, how's your Sunday going, Hoggy? We'll go over it, yeah, because the reason, like, I mean, and I do shoot, I just haven't been going live shooting. Just haven't felt it, but I think I'm going to go live because we've got a tournament, or I've got a tournament this afternoon for slingshots at the place where I go axe throwing. So at 5 PM Mountain Time, we are going to be doing the first ever Canadian tournament for slingshots. Because I even checked, like, there is nowhere in Canada that even allows you to shoot slingshots. Like, you know, you go to these places, axe throwing, blah, archery. There is nowhere that offers it. GoldenEye, yeah, it is, yeah, James Bond 007. I started GoldenEye because, I don't know, I think I might have seen a video or something about Nintendo and old games and great games, and of course, like, they had the whole GoldenEye game on the N64. And so in my brain, it's just like, I've got to watch GoldenEye again because I think, like, I really enjoyed that movie. And I watched it last night and finished it this morning, and it's like, that was not as good as I remembered it being. There were some real choppy bits in there. Like, they'd filmed sections and then kind of forced them together. It just looked a bit like the editing. I'll say the editing for it wasn't up to par. But yeah, it just made me think, like, about the other Bonds, because that was Pierce Brosnan's first one, and I liked Pierce Brosnan. But of course, like, there's always the Casino Royale that we all like to try and ignore with George Lazenby, because George Lazenby, I'm in that group that says that Casino Royale isn't a true Bond movie. Like, there's loads of opinions on it because they don't do the whole Q thing and, like, getting all the different spy stuff. There's just so many of those. What makes a Bond movie were missing in Casino Royale. So I don't count that as a proper Bond movie. It's in the same way with, like, Indiana Jones. But I'm always so happy that they stopped at 3, never went any further. I moved. I knew I moved as I released it. Might need to find a masseuse, get a massage before I go. So you got N64 Golden. I was, yeah, oh yeah. I can remember, like, me and my friends sitting there for hours playing that. I can't remember, like, how, like, I must have been probably 18, 19, something like that. But Nintendo have always done great games. Daniel Craig, I can see that, yeah, because he has a bit more of a serious kind of, I guess so, yeah. Now, did you know, Hoggy, did you know that James Bond is based off of Christopher Lee? Yes, the horror, the Dracula, Hammer House of Horror movies, that Christopher Lee. That's who James Bond is based off of, because he was in the British Secret Service, and I'm going to get this wrong, but the exact relationship I don't know, but Christopher Lee, it was either like a cousin or second cousin, is Ian Fleming. So the story goes is that Christopher Lee would talk to his cousin Ian Fleming, tell him about, like, all these things that he was doing for Secret Service, and that's how Ian Fleming got the idea for James Bond. So James Bond is based off of Christopher Lee, or Saruman if you saw the Lord of the Rings movies. And the ones I can't remember. Hey, Chad! How's your Sunday going? So the Bond that I can't remember much of was Timothy Dalton. I know there was hate for him as James Bond. I honestly can't remember the movies. I don't know if it's justified or not, but I know there was a lot of hate for him because they said he was too serious. Yeah, and it is true. Like if you look up, so there was a movie about 2 or 3 years ago, and it was like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, something like that. That is the Secret Service team that Christopher Lee was part of. So if you want a fun bit, so if you have seen Lord of the Rings, you know Christopher Lee is in that. Apparently, Peter Jackson, like director, was trying to direct Christopher Lee, and he said, imagine like going up to someone and killing, like stabbing them in the back. Apparently, Christopher Lee responded with, I don't need to imagine that. So it was after he retired and all that, it was a well-known thing that Christopher Lee was Secret Service. Yeah, I was part of it, probably not didn't make me very popular, but I was those people when a few years ago when they were talking about who's going to be next as Bond, and there were rumours it was going to be a woman, and I was that, it can't be, because like when you know that James Bond is based off of a real person, like Christopher Lee, you can't really make Christopher Lee into a woman. So I was in that camp that no, you just can't do that. Yeah, Doctor No. Like, it's been so many years. It would be so good. Like, if this was getting up to that Christmas week where I had like a week off, I would totally binge all the James Bond movies. I wonder if they ever done a box set. They must have done a box set. Alright, Dalton's 007 movies were Living Daylights, Licence to Kill, yeah. Was it Licence to Kill? Yep, you are right, yeah. I remember Living Daylights because I think that was Aha. Who sang, you know, the Take On Me, like them. They sang the Living Daylights. Fairly sure. Licence to Kill. I want to say it was I know you weren't really asking, but I don't know why. Gladys Knight. I want to say Gladys Knight sang Licence to Kill. But I can remember there a lot of hate for Timothy Dalton at the time, because he was a bit more serious. But then when you look at if that was true, and I've got to go back and watch them, if Timothy Dalton was too serious, then I think Daniel Craig was similar. He had that dry kind of an emptiness to him, which I think you're right, Hoggy, in that is the idea behind James Bond, because the whole James Bond character, like when you go back, if you're into the lore and all that he was married and his wife was killed, and that's why he's got like this almost kind of like a death wish on himself, like. Right, I think I'm definitely taking this one tonight. I should get a second, Let's go with an old favourite, Scout. Just because I want to try and follow that rule that, like, if your bands break, like, you've only got a certain amount of time to repair them, or grab a second slingshot. Right, let's give that a go. Yes, and I can't remember because it's been like decades. I think I really liked Living Daylights. I wasn't one of those people that was against Timothy Dalton. I didn't mind him. Like, I wouldn't say, oh, he's one of the best, but I did like him. Just going to put a bit of paper up. I'm wondering, these optics, how close I am with that optic. And just to show you Hoggy, see, I do have it. I haven't banded it up, but I do have it. Let's see how good these optics look. It's been ages since I shot a Scout. Very underrated. Like, I know you don't know this, but yeah, the Scouts and that, underrated. And that's even with like the good reputation they have. I still think they are underrated. Because you see a lot of people get the Scout LT and then they sell, which is up to them, and obviously they don't like it, but it's surprising how many people get them and then a few months later, like, they're selling them, or they never use them ever again. And that's one of the reasons I'm trying to cut down my frames, because it's like there's some that I just don't shoot. So I should put them up soon, but yeah, there is a Moan Waller one I'm going to be selling soon. Oh, it's not that it's upstairs. The Herbie one. I'll put that up on Facebook soon. Just because. So in about the next year, I'm looking at selling this house because since the dog's gone, it's only me and my kid, and it's just too big for us. A great big yard that neither of us want to deal with. So I'm like, time to downsize. So I need to downsize some of the hobby things. Not get rid of the hobby, just I don't need 30 or 40 frames. If I'm going to go to an apartment, I just need the few that I like. Yeah, the original Scout. I honestly... So about a year after I was doing slingshots, I don't know if you remember, I'd done a whole thing where I'd done like giving away like loads of frames. There was like maybe 10 frames, and I was just doing a spin the wheel kind of thing and just sending out frames. I totally regret giving away my original Scout. I do regret that. So I'm in that boat. Like, I gave it away, but yeah, I've got a few now. I've got a glow in the dark one. Look. Just to show, see? I love the Scout. Let's see how accurate I get with this. Oh, and has anyone, talking of movies and that, has anyone seen that absolute disaster that is, what the new Steven Spielberg thing, Disclosure Day? Has anyone fucking seen that? Jesus Christ, what a fucking car wreck that movie is. It's terrible. Well, one of the reviews that I saw of it, literally the title of the video was Steven Spielberg needs to stop making movies. And I was like, they're trolling. So fuck, I watched it. It's shit. It's so bad, like really, really bad. Oh, a bit low and left. Although I do have a fan blowing that bit of paper, so that very well could have moved just as I shot. That's my excuse. Oh, I've got moving targets! But I'm not turning this fan off because I'm not going to cook. It's actually kind of nice down here at the moment. It's not too hot. I think that was dot on. I was trying to wait for the page to stop blowing. It's not often you have to wait for things to stop blowing, eh? Nathan Masters told me the Scout X was the original intention of the XT, but he gave the design to an industrial designer that made the OG XT. Oh, I didn't know that. See, we're all full of trivia today. So you up to anything, Hoggy, on this, whatever the weather's like where you are Sunday? So that was a bit high. Right, so the Scout is a little bit off. It's not that the Scout is off, it's just, it's just the day. Some frames are just spot on the day, some frames just like, they don't speak. That's the way it is with me, that's why I chop and change mine. Let's see how I get on with this. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, that's way off. That has to be a fluke. I was aiming full centre bullseye and I hit the bottom right. What tourney? So it's like, of course, like there's no tournaments so far in Canada. So it's a place where I go axe and knife throwing. Because sort of he taught me, of course, axe and knife throwing. So I introduced him to slingshots. And over time he's been building up, trying to get away from doing slingshots in his establishment. And now we're doing the first ever tournament. So it's indoors, it's in a axe and knife throwing place. But it's not going to be like the World Slingshot Association rules and things like that. We're just trying to figure out how this is going to work. Like, of course, we've got to get people interested. Because at the moment there's me and like a few people there, but I think today we're expecting about 7 or 8 people. So it's only tiny, but it's a start. It's getting people interested, getting people to know. Low and left. This one's not. It's getting people to know about slingshots. Because I've said to him, like, I don't want any money payment or anything. I said, look, if you want like me to train people, I don't mind coming in and gradually I'll train his staff so that they're not reliant on me to train. But I said, like, anytime there's people that go, oh, slingshots, I'm happy to come in and show people how to do it. Maybe do like special nights where it's like slingshots. Well, I may go live a little bit, just to show you sort of what's going on. So it's at 5 PM Mountain Time. If not, I'll do a video and just upload it on the channel and take pictures. But yeah, so that's what we're hoping. So the target I've got up now, that's kind of similar with what we're going to be going with for now. So you take 5 shots at each target, and then you're going to add up the scores that you hit for each target. If you've been axe or knife throwing, it's a similar way of scoring for that. But as I say, like, this isn't a trying to change thing. It's like, let's figure this out. How can we do this? How can we get people interested? And if enough people suddenly start showing an interest, then maybe start looking at like knockdowns and things like that. But so we've got to get people in the door to recognise slingshots. And I've said, like, if there's ever an evening and there's like a group, like a couple of companies, kind of like groups of 10 and that, and they're taking up a few lanes, I've said, like, let me know and I'll come in and I'll just jump on like the slingshot lane at the very end, start doing that. People might look over and go, oh, that looks interesting, can we do that? Done shot 3 times today. Raggedy rain's on the way away. So you got a bit of shitty weather then, Hoggy. So I'm going to go to this. My trapeze. Yes, I'd like a bit of rain. Here it's just been brutally hot, like so hot. Which, as you'll know, like, I don't do heat the best of times, but when it was like over 100 Fahrenheit, I just like literally. Some days I had 2 or 3 showers. I just go have a cold shower and stand in front of the air conditioner to try and bring the temperature down. Let's go for that top right. Let's see how that slipped out my hand a little bit. But that was to the left. Yeah, he does. So he gave me this. There was about 2 or 3 that he gave me at ECST. Because that's when I had that travelling frame, because he was meant to send it to me, but then someone told him, oh, Paul's going to be at ECST, like not one, just like last year. And so he gave that to me then, and he gave me a few of his natties. But yeah, this is nice. I picked this one up often. Actually, before I settle on that, let's go with, here's a really old classic, Nobby. Let's see how I do with Nobby, because I haven't shot this one in a long time. Like, this pouch is still like firm. Right, top right. Don't even see where that went. I think that was way off, so we won't go with that. Oh, let's try this one. So this one is one that Andy Lowe made for me. Well, he made and then sent me. Just see. I'm just trying to find my second frame. I mean, look, you know why I asked him for this frame. But yeah, trapeze. I shoot that one fairly regularly. I kind of forgot that I had it. And also wanted to, like, let's give it a go. And it's like, oh, it's actually really nice. Up and right, that looks right. But yeah, obviously you saying about rain, oh, that'd be so nice. And me and my kid went out for a drive last night at 11 o'clock at night, because she was asleep, but I'd messaged her, like, sent a text saying, are you awake? Because usually it's quiet, she's got headphones on and that, and you might hear the ding, but was asleep. And like, are you awake? Let's go for a drive. And no response. Then about 15 minutes after I went to bed, it was like, I'm up now, the office still. So it was about 11 o'clock, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, come on, let's just go for a drive. Got in the car, all the windows down, and where I live, like, within 10-minute drive, I'm like out in the countryside. So, oh, it's so nice, just that wind and cooling down. Yeah, so I'm shooting high on this, and that's because of the fault width. Let's try this one. Bottom left bullseye. Oh, this. Oh, low and right. This latex, like this is Weston's. Oh, that's trillium. I always go to say lithium, and that's trillium. But it's like it feels like there's nothing there. It's nice because it builds up slowly. Let's see where that went. Let me put up a fresh bit of paper. Am I feeling that? You know what, it's good, but I'm not feeling it. Oh, should we go for a nice little speed? I remember me being fairly accurate with this. But Eddie's definitely going tonight, for sure. High and left. If I go down and right, let's see what that does. Oh, let's get that in there. This one was given to me by Adam at ECST last year, because I gave him my I can't even think of the name of the frame now, but I fucking hated it. Hey Smo, how you doing? Long time no speak. Oh shit, right through the fucking bullseye. I was not expecting that. So how are you doing, Jordan? Fucking fan. Just as I released it, blew it backwards. See, this, to me, this is another underrated frame. Let's go that top right. Let's see if we can get that top right bottom. Maybe this isn't, maybe that was just a fluke, that one. Yeah, I totally, like, I was not expecting like that, a perfect shot. It might have been a fluke though, because That was like way off, way high. That must have been a fluke, that ball. Right, well, as Smo turn up, let's you all know the name of that one. I don't need to force my brain to try and remember. Let's see if the pinky hole is going to be the winner. As I say, Eddie's going to be my number one for sure. Eddie is like what I took to, like, that was my main for ECST, and that's why I dyed my hair purple and orange. Let's see how this goes. I think that might have been a ball. No. Probably should put a clean bit of paper up so I can see. Yeah, this is a nice gasser, and the colour in it. I like to get it in purple just to piss coin off. It blew backwards just as let's try turning this fan off, because I'll only go for a little bit longer anyway. Let's turn the fan off, because just as I release the page, look, you can see it in the video, like the page blows back just as I release. So let's see if we can get, yeah, if you can still hear like creaking and weird noises. It's the rock tumbler that has rocks in it. Hellers, I love that term, hellers. Instead of fellas, hellers. Yeah, clean bit of paper, because I didn't even see where that went. Oh, look, I've always loved it. Oh, you can't correct yourself, Jordan. That's the greatest typo ever. Hellers instead of fellas. You got a purple and black one. Oh, so we're all trying to piss coin off then. Yeah, I mean, I've loved this for ages, like since I got it. I've had this probably about a year, I'm guessing. Maybe less. I think it's still fairly newish. I think towards the end of last year I got it. Let's see. See, I'm trying to choose my second for this tournament this afternoon. I'm taking my Eddie, but I'm just trying to do like a, if my bands break, like have that second one. So I'm just trying to figure out what is my second frame. Oh yes, that's nice. Well, I think it's the gasser. Let's just do a few, because like I can't even remember how like to pronounce it. I thought the Sao Chow or something like that. That must have been a fluke. Aluminium 90mm clipped gasser. It's a fire pit can driller. Yeah, I think you've done great. The pinky hole thing. You was onto something, Jordan, with a pinky hole. where that went. Oh, low. It was in line with the bullseye, just low. Oh, I've got the OG gasser. Oh yeah, I've got it zeroed in. I see where I'm aiming now. Let's just make sure that's not a fluke, but I got the point on the frame wrong, and that's why it went high, I think. Right, so I'm going bottom left. Yep, just slightly left. I've got it. Right, this gasser is going to definitely be my second one. Not that I'm planning, but I mean, you never can tell. I mean, it's only going to be a small tournament with like, and hopefully more people sign up. But as at yesterday when I left, there was 8 of us. And there was still axes being thrown, so people might have signed up afterwards, and there's a whole thing going on this morning. Yeah. Gasser it is, for sure it's the gasser. So what has Coin got then? Is his an OG or a 2? Hey Z, how you doing? I was actually thinking of you yesterday because like when I was talking to people about the whole slingshot thing, and people said, well, where do you shoot then? And I always bring you up because I know like you shoot in your house, sometimes like down the hallway, and like I do tell people you can do it in the house. Like even me, like I'm in a basement, so there's a bit more room, but so as long as you've got a hallway. Yeah, gasser for sure. So how are you doing, Z? It's got to be, what time must it be for you? It's got to be 7, 8 o'clock at night? 7, 8 at night ish. Right, let's do that top right. Yeah, this is the one. I think the pink bands, I was just like thinking, oh, if only I had purple bands. But then I've got a purple pouch on it, and I think the pink sets it off, gives it a little pop. But yeah, oh, you've done a wonderful job on it. So anyone who hasn't seen the gasser, so you can see those layers. Like this is honestly one of the top ones I've got for sure, absolutely. Like because I'm downsizing some of my frames, this one is 100% staying. And just for those just joined, the downsizing thing is, let's turn this fan on. I'm already starting to overheat. It's just because, like, now the dog's gone and it's just me and the kid, this house is just too big for 2 of us. And my mortgage renewal is next, not this coming September, next. So it's like, yeah, it's time to downsize to an apartment because it's just me and the kid. Like, there's no need for this big house. Neither of us like going out doing gardening, so like there's a yard out there that just the grass overgrows and I cut it down, and that's all the use it gets. Look at that. Holy, I might actually use the gasser as my first. I'm really zeroed in on this. Which we all know, in tournament terms, that means the band's going to fucking break after 2 shots. Right, I'll do about 5 more shots. Let's see if I can get the bullseye of the centre. I knew that one was going to be off. I felt it slip as I released. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I said 5 more shots, so that was 1. Because yeah, I think I'm pretty much warmed up. Well, I mean, it'd be great to get a blowjob just before the tournament, just to like help me relax, but I'm not that flexible. Oh, slightly higher. So the next one I'm going to is this afternoon. So it's not WSA rules or anything. It's the place where I go axe throwing and knife throwing. We're trying to get slingshots in there and get people interested. So we've only got about 8 people signed up at the moment, but it's a start to get people like recognising slingshots and getting out there and shooting. So we're going to be doing targets much like what I've got there, like 5 targets. But yeah, so it's not going to be like WSA rules, and it's not going to be strict. It's going to be more of a fun kind of tournament. It's only going to last probably an hour, 2 hours maximum. The idea is more get people using slingshots, and then if we get more people in, the guy that runs the place is Live Edge in Calgary. He's going to start looking at doing a proper league. Like actually have seedings and stuff like that. So understandably, he doesn't want to like set all this up and then no one's interested. So that's what this is, trying to get people interested, because this weekend, like the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he's been doing tournament like things for axes and knives. Yeah, so it's a local thing. So there's been like probably I don't know, a couple of 100 people over 2 days doing like different events like knives, axes, big handle axe and all that. And that's why it's pushing the slingshots. It's like, while all these people are here, let's try and make them realise, oh, there's slingshots as well. So there were 8 people as at this time yesterday. Right, got 2 more shots. Kodiak V2. I think I've got a couple of Kodiaks in my collection. I knew that was going to be off. Which is why this would be my last shot, because I don't want to use up all my mojo and then totally suck tonight. So last one, let's see if we can get that middle bullseye. No. Knew the frame, not the name. Right, I'm going to head off, everyone. Thank you for everyone who joined. I'm going to go and take off all my clothes and cool down, and that's not allowed on YouTube. That's on the other streaming service. So you lot have a good one. I'll see you later.